I recently took a look at taking care of your dry suit after diving, but when it comes to our wetsuit or saltwater diving in general, we want to make sure that we put effort in after the dive to increase the longevity of our equipment. Now the basics are rinse it with fresh water, hang it up to dry outside of the sun. Now I've built this rack to hang everything that I dive with on and set my crate at the bottom. It's got wheels on it, so after I rinse, I can roll it back in. But the protocol really starts at the boat. After I go diving, I rinse everything with fresh water, put it back in the car, drive it home, give it another rinse with fresh water with the hose, and then hang it up to dry. I also keep a garden sprayer in the bed of my truck, and that way, if there's no hose at the boat, I can at least spray off some crucial items. So regulators, we want to make sure that we get these rinsed off, especially any connections or fittings. Same with knives. You can see how this is starting to develop some rust from a few times where I haven't gotten it rinsed well. And any other metal fittings like clips or heated vest connectors. For the wetsuit itself, after it gets a freshwater rinse, I hit it with some wetsuit cleaner. Every day, some wetsuit cleaner goes in there, slosh it around, zip the suit up, and turn on the UK hang air to get everything nice and dry for the next day of diving. After a couple of days of diving, I'll go ahead and put all the neoprene in a bucket with the wetsuit cleaner, and that way all of that can soak in and get nice and clean. Over here is the rebreather counterlungs and loop. That gets a rinse with water as well, inside and out. And it also gets some stearamine to prevent any kind of bacterial growth inside the counterlungs and the loop over there. After that, it gets hooked up to these pumps which blow air through them and get everything nice and dry in just a couple of minutes. And that way I can put the rebreather back together that day. The only thing this doesn't fit is tanks and my BCD. Those get rinsed separately with the hose and set out to dry outside of the sun. When it comes to saltwater diving and taking care of your kit, those are the basics. Rinse it with fresh water, hang it up to dry outside of the sun. Use a wetsuit cleaner to keep your wetsuit from smelling bad. If you've got more questions on gear maintenance or taking care of your gear after saltwater diving, give me a holler, and thank you for watching.